Hello and welcome to another episode of Afternoon Live. It's the start of a brand new week, Monday, the 16th of September. Oh, no, the 16th of September. Why do I say September? But it's like it's Monday to start of a brand new week, the 16th of December 2024 on the Afternoon Live Show. And this is Chanashina speaking, and welcome to our viewers and listeners live on YouTube and on Twitch. And you know what, Chan mates? It's been a while since the last time that I have streamed, but it's a welcome back after several months of not being able to stream. But I'm going to talk to you in just a moment about the changes, what's going on here. But rather, I'm just going to say that question. When is the last time that I have streamed Afternoon Live? So it's like I think the last time that I streamed is last. I think we could say as summer. Is it summer? Or wow? It's a summer wow, but rather. Wow! All right, but wait, is it summer? Yeah, I think so, because if I can remember, the last time I streamed this show is on July, but rather, and then until it was actually funny. It's because if I can remember, I was actually sharing the last episode is I was actually sharing different kinds of Japanese foods that I'm like looking forward to try before um before sharing to you some of the Japan before I will go there on that same month. But rather it's like something. But just after this broadcast, after that broadcast on that day, well, it was so happening that unfortunately, if you know the reason why I had to stop this stream, but I'm not gonna tell you. But if you still remember, then you remember. Aww. So it's like that. And now talking about the changes of Afternoon Live, instead of the usual 60 minutes, just recently I have gone down to 30 minutes. But right now I am just going to stay here and talk or whatsoever in this show within the next 15 minutes. So once again, it's only 15 minutes, and you have noticed that I was supposed to start streaming at 3 o'clock, but let's just stream at from 3 o'clock to 3:15, but rather to stream for now 2:15 to 2:30. Okay, 2:15 to 2:30. But this is just for now. Maybe in some time later we can go back to the 3 o'clock slot, or if I'm comfortable, streaming, which and in just a moment, I'm going to talk to you about the reasons why I haven't been streaming even though if I stop Afternoon Live on that same month, well, I was then during that or in those first weeks, on that week, I was actually on a vacation to Japan, the 10th country that I have been overseas from the Philippines, yeah? And it was actually a dream come true. I'll be happy to share to you my Japanese experience, besides because of the love of anime, but rather also the cultures and how it was so clean and fresh that I would rather actually stay here, right? I would actually rather stay here. And wow. Can't you actually believe that? But I'm going to share that to you on some other episode. But first, I'm going to share to you my experience. Oh wait, not actually the experience, but the reasons why I haven't been streaming lately. Although, even though I have stopped Afternoon Live, in that next month, I was able to stream again, but not this show, but rather on what you call this? But rather Genshin Tonight and Star Rail Express, which I was doing that stream to showcase some stories. But rather I have to stop because there is one key part of the story that I'm going to share to you this afternoon. It's about as a college student, I'm going to talk to you about some experience here as a college student, and if you have encountered lots and lots of studies that I really have to do. And you know what? College life is really, really difficult, which I'm going to explain to you and rather give you some advice later. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's difficult to say. And on this episode as well, I'm going to explain to you why you should have to pursue your passions. And first of all, I'm going to share this to you about, you know what? I hate to be honest, but schedule pack ups and mess ups is also one of the problems why I couldn't, do it or whatsoever. It actually depends. I think I've talked to you this before that um, one of the factors that I need to consider is motivation. All right. So one of the problems here is the lack of motivation. And what do you mean by that? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Sorry. Why is that? Well, for a motivation, but is that gonna be a problem? Well, it really depends on the person. So it's like that. Okay. So the reason why motivation is really important for you as a part of your life is that if you really wanted to do something that you really have to do besides academics, but it could also be your daily life or your hobby life, or as we call it. But based on the schedule pack ups, well, one of the reasons that I wasn't able to implement such orders is because of distraction. Distraction is one of the problems. Well, okay. Now I'm going to describe what is life to be in college and how are you going to face a lot of exams, especially the fact if imagine if you're watching this right now and you're still in high school, but you're going to be in college soon, then I must be showing to you a little bit of my experience, all right? And I'm going to explain to you why pursuing your passion is so important in your daily life, not just for your academics, but also your daily life. When Afternoon Live returns after the break. And welcome back to Afternoon Live, Mates. And before I'm going to share to you a little bit of experience as a college student and how you can handle pressure for the exams, well, let me tell you first about, or to explain to you basically why pursuing your passions and your dreams is very important. Okay, so haven't you noticed that when you're at a very young age, and you started wanting to have this kind of passion and you dreamed of something about your ambition on what do you want to be when you grow up. So you may have noticed that back in elementary, or if not maybe in sometimes in kindergarten or whatsoever, but mostly it's on elementary if I could remember. Please correct me if I'm wrong. In elementary days, or you may be asked, what is your ambition when you grow up? So if I'm going to say, for example, I want to be a chef, or others would say, I want to be a doctor, or a streamer, or a broadcaster, or I wanted to be an actor. Well, this is actually what do you want to be when you grow up? And you have to start if you wanted to pursue your dreams, and if you wanted to come up with, if you're passionate to do these things in your heart, not actually not just in your mind, but rather you have to do it with your heart. If you're going to do it with your heart, you really have to at least develop it in your own skill, in your own way. There are so many ways for you to develop, but because we don't have time anymore, and once again it's only 15 minutes, that I really have to explain, but rather this is like a prelude for me to explain why is pursuing your passion very important in your daily life. Now, if I'm going to describe about what is life to be in college and in exams, okay? So first of all, when you graduate from high school, or at least from senior high school, then you will transition yourself into college, right? You will transition yourself into college. So, well, what does it mean? If you're going to go to a college, and you will have to choose a course that you really wanted to pursue based on whatever your passion is, okay? I'm going to explain to you in another episode on based on your passion and how are you going to choose the right course, all right? If that will be okay. But I'm going to describe in my own experience a little bit about what is life here. Well, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, Chanmates, that life in college is unfortunately difficult. But if you encountered and if you may be encountering with problems with the lessons and homeworks, and you might end up being in a stress mode. So yeah, so this is going to be a problem. But but as for my experience, I have to study once. Oh, sorry, I have to study really, really hard. I have to study more that before taking the test, and you really have to at least practice, because if you don't practice and understand the lessons properly, this is, you know what, this is no longer more about memorization, because you have to get to know the terms. Maybe there's going to be questions for true or false, or even multiple choice, but rather, if the more that you practice and understand what is the procedure properly, then you'll be able to get it. And if you get the right procedure, then I'm going to talk about as well in another episode how are you going to develop your own skills when it comes to procedure. But this is actually life in college, and not just that you're going to spend a lot of time, many hours studying, and to do some homework. And if you don't want to be stressed, then at least you have to make it fun and make it relatable to what's going on in your daily life. And if you applied into it, if you applied the lessons into your daily life, then at least you will be able to understand, you will be able to get to know about different topics that you have been discussed in your class, okay? But as for my experience in college, it's unfortunately, yeah, difficult, but someday you'll be able to conquer it, okay? I'm going to spill some more tea on that right now, but unfortunately, because we don't have time, and time is almost up. So yeah, and that will do it for this afternoon. But before we go, an advice for you, Chan mates, before an advice to you when it comes to a topic like this, all right, Chan mates? Well, it's really important, once again, it's really important for you not just to memorize. It's no longer about memorization, but also to understand the lessons properly. Understand the lessons properly, because if you do understand and you'll be able to apply this into your daily life, then at least you know how it is for you to be exposed to this lesson, and you will get to do things correctly. Yeah. And the reason why also the reason why I have to cut afternoon live into just 15 minutes, because another reason is that so that at least I can get my schedules flexible. All right, because you know what, I'm prone into distractions and YouTube videos that I would always like binge watch or whatsoever. I have so many animes to watch and coming up because of those academics that I wasn't able to. I don't have any time anymore to watch, but at least it's now over and we're already on Christmas break. So yeah, I'm currently watching Oshinoko live action, and I still have to watch another romance anime. But you know what? We'll get to that later. All right. This is also, and you know what? As for my schedules, I'm like prone to pack ups, and at the same time mess ups. Because mess ups, well, random, it's always random, that I really have to stick to whatever I've planned on my schedule. All right, I'm going to give you advice to that on another episode. All right, so I hope my advices will. I hope you will take my advice, although it is not that complete. But at least just trust me, all right? Just take some of my advice, whatever that I have said on this show today, and I hope that you'll be able to do it properly. And at the same time, I wish you good luck and to your dreams and to pursue it, all right, so that when you grow old and if you love doing this work, then you will be able to do it. And unfortunately, we're over time. We're supposed to be 15 minutes. Oh my lord. So it's like you know how it feels like, but if you know get some understanding or whatsoever, but at least you'll be able to, conquer it. Okay? Now, because I don't have time anymore, and there we have it. This wraps up today's afternoon live on a Monday, the 16th of December. And Chanmates, before the Christmas countdown, we got 9 more days to go, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. So, once again, advance Merry Christmas. And for more upcoming streams, please do not hesitate to subscribe or to follow on my socials on YouTube and on Twitch right here on the screen. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm Chanashino. Have a good afternoon, everyone.